friends, welcome to my channel. So today I am going to talk about how to start a successful YouTube channel with no money. We're going to go over some tips on how to start that YouTube channel. Why I decided to do this is because one of my co-workers started her YouTube channel and she had asked me how I did it. When I first started, I did not have any money to do it. I kind of toyed with the idea of starting my channel for a while. I had people ask me to write a book, to talk about my story, and it wasn't something that I had really done or thought about doing or really had the time to do, but I do have friends that are producers. And one of my friends kept saying, Trina, just make a video, just do it. And I'd be like, yeah, right. Because I don't have skills like that. I mean, we're talking, these are producers produced for big time musicians, Pepsi, things like that. So yeah, funny. I'm just going to go over some tips on how to start a YouTube channel with no money. So if you're thinking about doing it, it is attainable, it is doable, and here's how to do it. So the first thing that I would suggest to do is to really ask yourself, why am I going to start this YouTube channel? What is the reason? What is the purpose? Some people might want to start a YouTube channel because they want to be famous. That might be why. Some people, like my friend Mary, she has her own business. She has a store. It just made sense to her to start a YouTube channel and kind of do things that coincide with her store. Other people want, another source of income with that. For me, it was a little bit of a combination and kind of passionate about my message and my story. I guess to be successful, it's really good to kind of focus on one primary reason to do that. And when you're focusing on your primary reason and your goal, we know what we're gonna kind of have our niche idea of what our plan is, but then you don't have to really focus, just find your niche. A lot of times we hear that from other YouTubers. When we focus on the reason why we want to start our YouTube channel and our message, then we kind of know what our message is going to be. Then the second thing is it also helps us to really refine it. So then we want to know, who's our audience? Who are we trying to speak to? That's another thing, is let's really figure out who that audience is, who's our message going to be delivered to. A lot of times if you focus on one person, who is that one person that we're really trying to speak to? That really helps in that. Once we know who our audience is, then we don't have to focus on that niche. Our niche actually finds us, because I know what my niche or what my path is, but inside that I have a bunch of little messages. So it kind of just falls into place and finds us. So that's really the main thing. So recap here. Why do we want to have a channel? Then we want to find our audience, focus on those, and our niche will just kind of find us. We have our overall main, kind of what we want to do, but everything's going to start fine tuning. And then at that point, we really want to create searchable content. So that's content that our channel is going on the internet. A lot of times people are going to find that by searching what they're looking for. So for example, with me, I use my channel as a vlog. Also, I'm telling my story, but I'm also doing things like prepping and cooking and freezer meals. And I found that when I just throw out a day in the life of, or like a video vlog where I just am venting or whatever, those videos don't really do very good. But when I'm doing like prepping or freezer meals, those videos do really well because it's more searchable content. People are looking for that. So what I found is when you're not doing as much content about me, but you're doing more content about what other people are looking for or what they need, it's more searchable. That is really important. So just making sure that you're filling the need of somebody else and it's searchable. That is super important. So that's a good tip on having a successful YouTube channel. Then another thing is to really be mindful and to care about SEOs. So your SEOs are your search engine optimization. So we want to make sure that when people are searching for something, that our videos are going to show up. So how can we do that? We can do that by improving and making sure we're using resources to enhance and improve our titles, our tags, our descriptions, and even what we put in our video content, what we're saying. For example, just using my title, tips on starting a YouTube channel with no money. So YouTube does transcribe them. What's really important is not just in the outside, but also what's in the inside. It's really important to use tags that are going to pertain to our video. So when people search things, it's going to pop up when they search. Tags that I would use would be how to start a YouTube channel, tips on starting a YouTube channel, tips on starting a YouTube channel with no money, tips on starting a YouTube channel in 2022, things like that. So bottom line is to be intentional with titles, tags, description, and video content. Those are all super important. All right. So another thing that is really important when starting a YouTube channel is the equipment. It's really important when you start, don't go out and buy a bunch of expensive equipment. Try to utilize what you have. For example, I film, even to this day, I film on my phone. I have not gone out and purchased a camera or a bunch of lighting or things like that. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to in the future. No, but at this time, financially, it's just not something that I'm able to do. Now, my son does have a GoPro and he keeps saying, oh, I need to use that GoPro. And I said, hey, if you're not using it, maybe I could use it for my channel, a couple times or something like that. So if you have family or friends that might have some equipment, try to borrow that. I did purchase this little tripod on Amazon after a while, but before then, you all might have selfie sticks that have the little tripods on them. I buy a lot on Amazon and stuff, so I use little boxes to prop things up. There's just so many ways. I use lighting from my windows, my house. I move lamps around. There's just ways that you can do it, that you can start a YouTube channel with no money. There is, especially if you're just starting out. What if you do it and you just don't like it? You don't want to invest all of this money and then be like, oh my goodness, this is not for me. This editing and all, because that's another thing is you don't realize how long it takes to edit the videos and upload them. Now, my friend, I think she does pretty much everything on her iPhone, even the uploading and the editing. So there are software programs that you can utilize all of that information and all of those websites for free. Another thing that's really important too are the thumbnails, because that is what's going to attract people to see your video. So you want to make sure you have a thumbnail where if somebody's standing like over 6 feet away, that they can read what the title is. So you want concise, just large, basic print. And all of these things, if you look at some of my older videos, I didn't have anybody to teach me this stuff. That's what I'm telling you. Some of my videos, I literally would snap pictures and make a thumbnail out of it, or it's just me because I didn't even know anything about thumbnails. So that's why I'm sharing this with you right now, because I believe, being successful is great, and being successful with no money is even better. I have a whole frugal series. I'm going to start doing like a little YouTube series where I can just put tips, because I believe in helping each other out. I am not a pro. My whole motto is learn as we grow. But the things that I'm learning, I want to help you, because my friend started her channel just like a couple months ago and it's doing great. So if we can encourage each other and help each other, that is what I want to do. So thumbnails, make a nice, clear, concise thumbnail. I use Canva. My friend uses Canva. That's a great free. I can put a link to Canva. I'm not a sponsor for that, but they have a great free option for you to use. She does everything free on there. She made, now if you look at my little intro, she did that for me on free Canva. What else? She did something else. She's like a graphic designer. She is amazing. So she does a few things for me. So you can always barter and do things with friends. Excuse me, I'm getting comfy. You can barter and do things with friends. If there's something you don't know, that's another way you can utilize and do things for free. But using the free tools on the internet, there's so many, you guys. There's just so many. And I just don't think it's necessary to pay for things when there's just so many options. And I think that you're able to be successful with what you do. So just to kind of wrap it up and kind of just go over everything, you want to have a message, know why you're going to start YouTube, focus on that, find your audience, make sure you're getting your message out, speaking to people. You're going to create searchable content. So when you put those videos out there, people are going to search for them. Then you're going to care about those SEOs. So you're going to use hashtags. You're going to have good titles. Use those searchable words in your descriptions, in your videos as well. You'll speak your titles and your keywords. It's keywords that you want to use. So tips on starting a YouTube channel with no money, or tips on starting a YouTube channel, or how to start a YouTube channel. You just want to use those keywords inside the video content as well. And then for your equipment, try using your phone, or if you have cameras around your house, or if you have a GoPro, if you need a tripod, you can try using a selfie stick that has a tripod on there, or maybe, garage sales or Facebooks, or honestly, tripods aren't really, I think the one that I got on Amazon was $12, and it's, I'll link it below. It's just one that kind of has little stretchy legs on it. So I can make it taller. I can make it shorter. It has short legs, so I prop it up on little boxes. So I like it. It's one of those you can hang on to and put on your lap. I had one of those it was like one of those U-shaped ones, but that one was a little bit big for me. So this one was perfect. So, there's super inexpensive ways to do that. The software, like the editing software, the thumbnail building software, having a nice cover, all that kind of stuff with Canva. And there's free editing software right on your computer. So if you have a laptop or on your phone, so just using free software, and that about sums it up. You're pretty much ready to go. And I would say start with about, 3 or 4 videos, get those done and edited. And then, people don't realize how long it takes to edit. So get yourself going and then make that decision. Yeah, this is for me, and let's go. I know you can do it. You can do it. Let's all succeed and encourage one another. All right? So you got it. When I find more tips, I'm going to share them with you. All right? Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a great day and be blessed. Bye.